Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Prince Dimitri. Would like to welcome you all to my channel, A Bit of Everything. I think I have a little something. Okay. I would like to welcome you all to my channel, A Bit of Everything, where we are talking about, thinking about, and being about a bit of everything. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I want to keep this short and sweet and give you guys my official 4 to 5 month update of me operating in business with my brother here in Dallas, Texas. So basically, I just wanted to go over some of the challenges my brother and I have had to undergo and overcome, and of course, give you guys my projected expectations and successes that I essentially expect to experience in these coming months. And of course, just bring things full circle and carry on with the next month. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. So one of the main challenges that my brother and I have experienced is financial. One of my main goals is to be able to depend on the business full time. But unfortunately, I had to come to the tough decision within, maybe the second month of operating or third or so of operating in business to go ahead and take on an overnight job. Primarily just to have a consistent base income every month to take care of most of my financial obligations, bills and things of that nature, things that are imperative to getting to and from work, to and from jobs, being able to communicate with people, and so on and so forth. It's just important. So, even though this takes out a lot of my rest time and things like that, it's ultimately going to be worth it because it's going to, essentially supply me and my brother with the base and foundation that we need in order to keep the business running. So it's definitely not a bad decision to take on an overnight job. Another challenge that my brother and I have experienced is essentially being critical on some of the jobs that we take, knowing what we can and cannot handle at this point in time, just with our level of experience with numbers and our level of experience, even with the labor and things of that nature. We've had a situation here recently where we took on an opportunity that we just weren't ready for, and it ended up with some guys that we hired out that couldn't get paid, and at the end of the day, we take full responsibility for those types of situations. The guys were gracious enough to just step away from the project, and nothing too terrible happened out of that situation, but it's something that I never want to that's a situation I don't want to ever put men in again. I know that there are so many men out there working their asses off and would do anything to supply and provide for their families, and to just know that men went home without pay is definitely something I don't feel good about. There was just a lot of miscommunication in this situation, and I would never want to put anyone in that situation again. But like I said, these men were gracious enough to just step away and didn't take any further action. But it's a part of the experience. We just weren't ready for the load, and on top of that, we just got played by someone who was higher than us. So it just kind of put us in a bad situation, put these guys in a bad situation. But nonetheless, it's something that is smoothed over, and I stayed in consistent contact with these guys. But like I said, it's something that we've had to learn and overcome together. And just another challenge I would say is just kind of building and being critical of the type of relationships that we accept. One of the things with being a startup company is that you're fresh meat in the industry. People know that you're hungry. People know that you're ready to work, ready to throw down, and they'll take advantage of that real quick. And when I say quick, I mean instantaneously. They'll get free labor out of you. They will make it seem like your numbers are too high. Just a variety of things that you might experience as a handyman contractor business. They're gonna put you past your limits in many cases. So learning how to build those good relationships and to rid yourself of the bad relationships is, my primary focus. I've had some good experiences, and things are starting to smooth over in these coming months. The first few months were kind of a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning and grinding, and really trying to establish ourselves. And I would say the first 6 months of business is probably the toughest, and sometimes the first year just really depends on how you build yourself. And so my expectation for the fourth, fifth, and sixth month is us establishing who we are as a business, what we represent, and establishing the long term. And that begins with building those good relationships and things of that nature. So that's kind of the plan, that's the aim. Building those good relationships is what makes me want to go the extra mile. It's kind of like when you're building a relationship with like a significant other or something like that. You don't want to really go the extra mile for somebody who doesn't care about you, for somebody who just is there for their own personal benefit but doesn't care to give back to you or give back to those around them. So I kind of see it in that same, almost similar light. There's certain things I wouldn't do for someone who I'm operating in business with, as opposed to a relationship, personal relationship. But nonetheless, it's that similar drive that you would have, and that giving and things of that nature. So nonetheless, this has been a challenge. Things I expect in these coming months is just success, good relationships, establishing ourselves, establishing our reputation as a company, and essentially establishing who we are as individuals and as business partners and things of that nature. I think that this will essentially bring a culture and a name for ourselves in these coming months. And that's kind of like the goal now, is to start bringing in that income. And because nonetheless, this isn't something I'm doing entirely for myself. Of course, I want to establish and pave that path for myself, and so that I can create those opportunities for others around me, and eventually be able to build a family and have a wife and things of that nature. And I know that it requires sleepless nights. That's my fourth or fifth challenge, is rest. I hear a lot of times with men starting businesses is that they're going to be working at least 80 hours a week. And I say at least. I've been pulling all-dayers. And when I say all-dayers, I'm not saying, I stayed up from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. No, I'm talking about 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. every single day, working 24/7. That's kind of the grind that you have to be on. And but that's kind of where we are right now, just grounding ourselves as a business, and reaching that equilibrium, reaching that balance where we are expected, establishing an expected amount each month, and things of that nature. But yeah, so appreciate you guys tuning into this video. I'm sorry for missing the other months. It's just been a lot going on, a lot of time, that I haven't been able to take away from to be able to do this. But I'm here. I found a good moment where I can stop what I'm doing and go ahead and let you guys in on what we got going on with Need Us to Sweat. So I'm excited to share more about my experience. Looking forward to giving you guys better news and better stories and things of that nature. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next round. Deuces.